You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm thy friendship. Oh, how
you know what time it is. Roll with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lames. It's Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, our wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's a way. Somebody please give this brother an eye. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boyz, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devin, and I'm waiting on Melo. Melo will be joining us here shortly, so nobody freak out, man. We appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. If you could, as always, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well on both channels here on Buckeye Scoop and on the Buckeye Boyz with a Z as well. We would appreciate that a lot, man. So good to see you guys. Yeah, for those of you who saw my short clip where I was just kind of updating people, you know, I had nothing up on the wall. I've since added a few things, man. Dude, I don't know. I like making my background look good. So I'm excited about this new room to be able to do that back there. I'm sure that you guys have caught on to that, considering I brought it up several times. But you know, don't get mad at me. Don't blame me or anything. I can't help it, dude. I get excited about Ohio State football, and you guys should be too, man. It's big time, man. So got a good show planned for you guys. Got a couple updates on some current commits to the Buckeyes. We got some recruits that are going to be committing here soon. Are the Buckeyes going to be adding another 5-star to this class already? Me and Melo will dive into that and talk about that as well. And then fall camp, man, starts on Thursday, dude. So got some cool pictures to show you guys. If you got Twitter or Instagram, I'm sure you saw a lot of the pictures dropping today. Gonna throw those up, and we can enjoy those as Buckeye fans together. So, you know, big time, man. Melo said he'd be here in 10 minutes, 4 minutes ago. So you guys help me time that, because now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of, you know, whether we want to dive into the subject or not. But I'm going to do it, man, because I'm just going to trust that Melo's going to be here in the perfect time to discuss what he wants to discuss. But what I want to bring up now, Brilan Wac, man, 5-star safety from Mississippi, already got a 5-star safety out of the state of Louisiana this year. That's massive, kind of a surprise commit. I did not expect it. Blaine Bradford committed to us on one of his visits. Kind of out of nowhere for, you know, I follow recruiting pretty closely and did not expect it at all. Well, Buckeye Nation, we're waiting on Brilan Wac now. He's changed his commitment date to August 21st. I believe it was the 23rd. I spoke with him, and that was an important date to him. Switched it up a little bit. So let me get his highlight tape pulled up. Now, listen. The dude plays all over for his team. So you're going to see a lot of wide receiver tape here, just kind of the tape's all over the place, but you'll be able to see the type of athlete that he is and why he's a 5-star and why so many teams are wanting to go after him. So, yeah, I'll let that play on the screen right there. As far as where the Buckeyes stand, man, we have interviewed him several times here on the Buckeye Boyz. Speak to his dad from time to time. I've interviewed his dad as well. His dad came on Pop's Pod, had a conversation with us. Him and Brilan came on. We've had several conversations with him, and he's always been a huge Buckeye fan, man. He's always wanted to be a Buckeye. And what that stems from is he did a lot of research, right? He did a lot of research and as to, hey, what team can get him in the NFL, like the best development, highest draft pick, all that. So he did his research himself. and came to the conclusion that Ohio State is DBU, that Ohio State is the place to go if he wants to be a high draft pick at the DB position, particularly the safety position. So he's always wanted to be a Buckeye man. He's got some connections with Florida. I forget what those are. He's real close to a coach that now coaches for Florida. Auburn, his sister transferred there. And I'm having trouble remembering the other team that he put on there. But, you know, I've seen some other people report that it's a 2-horse race, but they did not say who the two are. And it's kind of out there that Ohio State and Auburn seems to be the two teams. Auburn, man, matter of fact, let me do this, dude. I was always curious. I got to see where Auburn is ranked. Let's see. Let's find out together. How about that? I'm real curious to see Auburn. We're going to find you, Auburn. Bear with me. No way. I had to have missed them. They got to be in the top 50, right? No, dude, I don't see him in the top 50. Okay, I guess I'll hit load more. Let's find out for that. Auburn is struggling on the recruiting trail for whatever reason. No, this can't be right. I had to have missed them. And by the way, I can't see the chat right now because I switch screens so I can't see. Does somebody know where Auburn is ranked? Anyway, so that's the team that Brilan Wac, that people are putting out there as kind of, you know, in the mix for him as well. Man, and we all know, I can't find them. Whatever, dude. I guess Auburn's not ranked. They're outside the top 150. Oh, Ed says 12th. Oh, they're that far up. Well, I was wrong there. That's not that bad. The 12th ranked class is not that bad at all. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Yeah, I thought they were way lower than that, but guess not, man. Somebody in there. Let me go up here to 12 and look. No. 247 composite. I'm telling you. Yeah, dude, I don't even see him in the top 50. Either way it goes, right? Brilan Wac, those are the two teams there that seem to have the lead. Now, let's just be honest about it. We know as Ohio State fans kind of what not really the holdup is, but what we're nervous about, right? Are the Buckeyes going to come in with a nil deal that can compete with some of these other schools? Because when you got teams like Florida and Auburn in on the mix here, I have a feeling those schools are willing to pay way more, right, for a player like this. And, you know, over there on the Auburn message boards, Auburn is 70th. Okay, thanks, Pinky. Appreciate that. They are, of course, they're saying that, you know, they're not going to miss on him. They're not going to let him go. They're going to pay him whatever it takes, whatever, man. But I'm telling you, every time we here in the Buckeye Boys have spoken to the Womack or the Womack families, they have had nothing but glowing things to say about Ohio State, man. So he's always wanted to come there. And I have a feeling that, you know, the Buckeyes, I don't think need to have the highest offer out there. They just need to come close. I see Will Star popped in there. Will Star, no, man, you did not miss a text, dude. I know that's a weak thumbnail, man. Our thumbnail maker, Will Star. I was late. I'm just getting back, man. I was working in the heat all day, so I had to scramble to get ready for this show. So, dude, I didn't shoot a text message, so I figured I'd give you that update live on a show, and it might mean more to you. But yeah, man, there's that. So back to Brilan Wac, man. I think the Buckeyes are going to win out in the end, right? There's been some changes to the rules with nil. Now collectives are considered businesses, so the Buckeyes can tap into that a little bit to make their offer a little bit higher. But I just don't think this is no, let me just say it like this. I know this isn't a money-driven recruitment, man. The Womacs, an absolutely fabulous family. If you follow recruiting closely, you know about the Sanchez's, right? The Sanchez family and how Devin Sanchez handled his recruitment process all through the WEISS, man, all about their business, all about getting their son to a place that's going to develop him and make the main thing, and go for that long-term goal of being a high draft pick in the NFL. I think the Buckeyes went out there, man. So that'll be a big one. Next one, Deuce Gerald's committing on August 2nd. I think that's going to be between Oregon and Scum right now. But, a lot of people, since these changes have been made, are expecting the Buckeyes to circle back around and up their offers for some of these 5 stars, even the next one I'm talking about. I'm here to tell you that I'm not quite sure that happens. I think that if they have a recruit like Brilan Wac that has that mutual interest in Ohio State, really, really wants to be a Buckeye, I can see this changing that to where they're able to up their deals a little bit. But I don't think they're going to be going back and, making big time offers out there for a player like Deuce Gerald's. And I know that's going to upset a lot of Buckeye fans because the Buckeyes have poured a lot of time into this recruit, man. They really, really have. But I just kind of want to remind people something. A thought hit my head, and you see all these. A thought hit my head. Well, that's a new one. You see all these teams out there spending this absurd amount of money, right? And we call those the desperate teams. The UCSs, the Scum, the teams that's really the only way they're going to get recruits to come be there because their program really isn't doing, the best, right? So, and because of that, because of the Buckeyes, pushback and spending a lot of money, it's come to my attention that a lot of people think that the Buckeyes don't spend much money, right? And there's another aspect to this that I think the Buckeyes put before anything else, and I don't think a lot of other teams do, and that's player retention, right? That's the players that are on the roster right now that they want to keep on this roster. Might I remind you that no players left the Buckeyes, man, right? So that's kind of an aspect of this money spending thing that kind of slipped my mind, to be honest with you. You think about that because we know that the culture keeps a lot of those recruits there, but also they have to pay these guys what they're worth, and that's something the Buckeyes will do, man. If you're on this roster and the Buckeyes have got to keep eyes on you throughout all of training camp and through the whole season, man, they're going to be able to evaluate you and, and pay what you want, dude. Is Emily, are you talking about something I said on a live air? It wouldn't surprise me. Let me remind you guys here I don't think I told you, man, here in Tallahassee, Florida right now, I believe it's like a record-setting day for the heat. So when I tell you I was out in the heat today, I was out there probably like 6 hours straight, just working. Well, she said no. Okay, that's cool. I don't care. I know I say all kind of wild things on here, but I'm just glad you guys can make sense of it. So, but back to player retention, man. I think, people get confused and they think that the only money comes from recruiting classes. No, man, the Buckeyes are focused on player retention. Let's be honest, man. Like the fact that they did that last year, we won a national title off keeping some of these players around. JT Tuimoloau. I mean, he was gone, boy. I mean, I'm telling you, we were on the end on that one, and he was gone until the foundation stepped up, and paid him what they needed to pay him to stay. So, that's what they did. So that's what the Buckeyes are focused on, man. And we see here, let me pull this up, dude. Let's just go through this class, man. And I know that, hey, we're the Ohio State Buckeyes. We're expected to have a top 5 class. We're number 7 right now, right? We're number 7. I think the Buckeyes are going to go in and add. I know they are. We got 21 commits now. I wouldn't be surprised to see this class end with 24 or 25 recruits. But you got Chris Henry Jr., man. I tried to download a video of him playing here recently because, dude, a lot of people are telling me he's like 6'6" now. Like the dude was still growing and he's still adding on weight. They got him at 6'5", 205 right there. But they have him as the number 39 player in the nation. So wide receiver position, check. We know that, right? Blaine Bradford was ranked the number 1 safety, committed to the Buckeyes, and they moved him down to number 7. I kid you not, that's what happened. He's the number 1 safety in the class between him and Brilan Wac. So that's what they're, that's what they have there. Caden Dixon-Wyatt, man, let me tell you something, people. Bro, I've even listened to a couple other Buckeye shows that have brought Caden Dixon-Wyatt up as a flip target. And that's really disheartening, man. Chat, I need your help here, man. Am I thinking wrong? So here's my thinking behind this. Let's use Caden Dixon-Wyatt as an example. He commits to the Buckeyes, right? He even goes out and he shuts down his recruitment, right? What does that tell you about the character of that kid, right? That gives us all an idea of the type of character that this kid has, right? Goes out, commits to the Buckeyes, says, nope, recruitment shut down, don't want to talk to you, don't want to visit you. I'm a Buckeye, okay? So that's what this young man says. Well, then later, right, some people put out a story or get on message boards or whatever it is and say, hey, I've heard Caden Dixon-Wyatt is a flip target, that's talking to other schools and whatnot. Now, does that change? Like, can that form a bad opinion about this kid, showing that he goes on, he publicly shuts down his recruitment, and then allegedly becomes a flip target some months later? I just think it puts a bad taste in people's mouth about the character of some of these recruits when it's not even remotely close to being true. Let me tell you something. Caden's mom's coming on the show on Thursday. Caden Dixon-Wyatt, one of the most humble young men I've ever met, does not want to be the spotlight man, about his business, wants to get down to business, wants to play wide receiver, came to Ohio State because Brian Hartline in the development. So, he is not a flip target whatsoever. So I don't know, or I know where people come up with some of these things, man. They literally they need some clicks or don't have nothing to talk about on a show, so they bring it up, man. But Caden, amazing young man, gonna be a heck of a wide receiver. I'll tell you guys real fast, did an interview with him, man, and he's ranked as the number 6 wide receiver in the nation. And is essentially what he told us is, he trains with his high school team, right? So you see a lot of these other wide receivers in the class. Now, he still goes out and lifts and all that stuff, I'm sure, but he has never really had, or at least up to like 6 months ago, never had like wide receiver specific training. Now, that's scary to think about considering how good he is when you look at him on the field. And before we keep going, I'm just going to say Melo's late, dude. Right, chat? I mean, it has been 20 minutes, Melo. I don't know if you got this playing while you're driving or whatnot, but you're late, man. I mean, you are late. What up, Drink? He said, Dev, bro, what, man? What I do now? Okay, here we go. Let's get back to this. Sam Greer, 6'8", 315-pound, absolute animal. Recently been invited to the Navy All-American Bowl. We saw him do his thing at the Rivals camp, man. He's a 5-star over there. And one of the best tackles in this class, hands down. Some people think that he just straight up is the best tackle in his class, but he's really like that. And the dude does not stop, and he's a Buckeye through and through. Loves the Buckeyes, man. So, yeah. Next, we got Sincere Johnson, man, that Glenville boy, man. This dude, 6'3", 225. He's a linebacker. Dude's a linebacker. A lot of people talking about him switching the defensive end. I don't foresee that happening. I used to think so, but I mean, I get it. You never know. If the dude grows to 6'5", 260, clearly he's going to switch to defensive end. But right now, he is solely focused on linebacker. Maxwell Riley, he is ranked, as you see right there, 247 has him ranked as a top 10 tackle in the class, 6'5", 280. And he's more your Donovan Jackson, Austin Saraville type of can play all over the line, man. Maxwell Riley, 2, and Sam Greer, 2 Ohio offensive linemen. An absolute banger of a class so far. Can we agree, right? How many recruits have we went over? We're pretty loaded so far, okay? We got Simeon Caldwell. Now, this is who I wanted to talk about right now. Let me see if I can't pull this up over. So USA Today, they ranked the #1 linebackers in all of the states. And Simeon Caldwell has been ranked the #1 linebacker in the state of Florida. So I think that can answer a lot of our questions. Being recruited as a safety, right? And in particular, with the Brilan Wac recruitment, this affects that, right? Because, you know, we got Blaine Bradford and Simeon Caldwell. They're safeties on paper. But if the Buckeyes are recruiting him as a linebacker and they want him to play linebacker, then that narrows us down to essentially one safety on the board, right? And opens up room / money / whatever you want to say for that safety position group. So Simeon Caldwell, by the way, this big-time player here, folks, he's all over the place with winning awards, all over the news with being like an up-and-coming player. So, man, he committed, you know, this coach O.G. Walt's nephew committed, didn't get a bunch of hype, but, you know, he deserves the hype, you know, that we give Blaine Bradford and Sincere Johnson and those kind of players, because he's that type of dude, man, for sure. Let me go check these comments before I keep rolling, dude. I got to switch all over the place so I can't see the comments and see what you guys are up to. So if you said something to me in the comments, I missed it. That's why. I'm all over the place pulling all this stuff up. All right, back to it, man. Jordan Thomas. I love Jordan Thomas as a prospect, especially as a corner. They have him ranked as an athlete here, 6'1", 185, out of Bergen Catholic, New Jersey. Was the Buckeyes' #1 target for the corner position, and they nailed it. So, but this is that position, man, honestly. So we got the D-line defensive end. We'll get there. But if you want to point to a position group that we maybe want to see a little more out of, it's going to be the corner position, right? So last year, Devin Sanchez and Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods, I think 6'3", 6'4", you know, not ranked highly at all. We got him late in the class. So, yeah. Dev, I can super chat. And but Mike Green, I don't know what that means, but appreciate you watching, brother. Type that in there again. I can super chat in advance. Is that what you were trying to say or something like that? But anyway, so last year signed 2 corners. Devin Sanchez knocked it out of the park, man. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Going to be a big-time player here for Ohio State. This class, we roll around, man, just lost the Ohio boy. I forget his name. Yeah, forget his name, but we lost him, man, who was the nickel position, right? And now we're left with Jordan Woods as the only corner. So a lot of Buckeyes are all torn up about it right now. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? A lot of people are wanting us to turn to Danny Odom, who was committed to the Buckeyes, but Nebraska came in with a way bigger offer, and they took him. He recently did an interview and said there's still a couple teams, Weatherspoon, thank you, Joyce. He said, you know, there are some teams still reaching out to him, but he did not put Ohio State on that list. So we'll see. Coach Walt, man, he's going to have to do some reevaluations, go back in, circle back on some misses maybe, or put some new offers out there or something. But you either trust Coach Walt or you don't. I trust him until I don't, because, man, if you can go in each class and get a player like Devin Sanchez for your position group at corner, that's a win. Let me ask, I want to know that, chat. If OG Walt, the rest of his time here, only gets one corner in each class, but one corner in each class is a 5-star, and they all contribute as a freshman, what you gonna be mad? And maybe he snags Jordan Woods and a couple other ones, but what's your requirement for the corner position? How many impact players, how many corners do we need to be signing? Now, obviously, you got to get more than one, man, for sure, just from a numbers standpoint. I'm not one of those. Yeah, Chris Lane, absolutely. Number one target, both class. Devin Sanchez turned around and grabbed Jordan Thomas as well. So I'm not one of those guys that's going to say transfer portal, transfer portal, transfer portal. But I do trust OG Walt to go do his thing and make whatever need to happen, man. Corey Wilder, an edge out of Cali, dude. We saw what he did at the Rivals as well. He got a bump in his ranking, but he didn't get a big enough bump. This is a top 10 defensive lineman in this class. That's not a secret. That's not scarlet glasses. I'm pretty sure a lot of other teams will tell you the same thing. Buckeye Nation's pretty worried right now that some other teams are going to come swooping in and try to get Corey Wilder. And I can't blame you for being nervous about that. But the Buckeyes know what they have. And I don't think the Buckeyes are going to let him slip whatsoever. Like they're aware of what we're aware of. Jaden Ricketts, Ohio commit, love it. Wide receiver, 6 foot. He's a top 200 kid. Want to remind people that, not ranked here, but he's a 4-star. Damari Simeon, a defensive lineman. This was a huge pickup for me, right? This guy was on the same level for me personally as a Deuce Gerald's. The rankings won't tell you that, but with my lack of experience, right? Nobody's special here. I do watch a crap ton of film. I will tell you guys that. When I watch the film, I mean, I see 2 different defensive linemen, but I see like the same ceiling in both those players. I honestly do. So I think he was a big time get up, man. Quay Guilford, dude's a stud. I mean, dude's a stud, man. And he's pretty close with Jameer Brown as well. Jameer Brown, the number 1 2027 wide receiver. They just dropped a video. It's called, go check out Jaquaden Guilford's YouTube channel. It's called The Separation, I believe. Check it out, and you'll be able to see the video I'm talking about, where him and Quay were training together. I don't know what just happened, but something happened. And he just looks good. Dang, Mike Green. Oh, it's saying you can't super chat. Really? Yeah, dude, I'll go back in and look. We'll see, man. I appreciate that, Emily. Thanks. Yeah, one-man show. Yeah, dude, Melo, I don't know what happened to Melo, dude. Literally, when I hit start, he said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. So, but that's all right. We forgive and move on around here. That's what we do. And plus, it'll be all right. He'll hop on here, hopefully here soon. But back to Quay. Go check that out, man. Dude is Brian Hartline. You know what? I just can't really say anything else. Brian Hartline, dude. It is what it is. You guys will see. You guys will see Quay Guilford. Everybody has different opinions, right, of where they want to rank receivers. But, Quay Guilford needs to be in the same conversation as Caden Dixon-Wyatt for sure. Like that's where the dude's at. Cameron Brickle, interesting one here. He's out of Florida. He's transferred all over the place, so not a lot of film on him to break down, but the Buckeyes were way higher on him than his ranking shows. I mean, don't forget Emmanuel Ruffin, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. He wanted to be a Buckeye, but in my eyes, and I didn't get this confirmed yet, in my eyes, the Buckeyes chose Cameron Brickell over Emmanuel Ruffin. Emmanuel Ruffin ranked, I believe, top 200, right? So Buckeyes really like what they got with Cameron Brickell. Favor a key. This dude, we signed 3 running backs last class. Hopefully I have time, man. I got a bunch of updated pictures I said I was going to show you guys, but 3 running backs from last class: Turbo Rogers, Isaiah, and Bo Jackson. How can I forget the Bo Jackson name? So I don't mind just getting one running back here. Did Savion Hyder commit yet? Has he committed to a school yet, chat? I can't remember. I honestly stopped paying attention to that one. I don't foresee us landing him if he has not already committed. But I'm cool with where we sit with this running back room. And if I had to pick a position group that was the easiest to replace, and chat, you might agree with me. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys that. Chat, what position on a football team is the easiest to replace? And listen, no disrespect for the running backs out there, but I just feel like running back, there's a lot of running backs in the portal, that you can go grab, man. Also, okay, he's announcing August 19th, probably going to Tennessee. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I like where we're at there. And running back, yeah, Russ, I agree with you, man. Ho, looky there, Mr. 10 minutes.
Man, Atlanta traffic is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. But I had to take my daughter to practice, man.
Okay. All right. That you get a pass then, doing dad things. That's number one for sure. No doubt about it.
Yep.
So, Melo, I'll tell you, you might as well just pick up. We're in the middle of, let me do this. We're in the middle of this. And I was in the middle of talking about favor a key. And the fact that I don't mind picking up one running back. I'm going to finish this out real fast, Melo. I'm just going to throw all these in because I want to move on to something now that you're here. But Corbin Fordham, tight end, Luke Fahey, QB, bigger get there than what Buckeyes think. Aaron Thomas, future All-American, dude's a dog. Talked to him quite a bit. Jameer Perez, you know how I feel about him. CJ Sana, Brock Boyd, Tucker Smith. These are all quality recruits that the Buckeyes have. So 7th is where we are ranked right now. I'm not complaining where the Buckeyes stand. Melo, anything in regards to this recruiting class, if I were to say that Buckeye Nation is upset with a 7th ranked class and they're upset with the amount of money, they don't think the Buckeyes are spending enough money on recruiting. And now I reminded them that player retention is number 1 and no players left for the portal. And there's a reason for that. So you wrap that up, Melo. When you get done, we're going to transition over to this current team. I got some pictures to show.
Well, I mean, of course they're going to be upset. We haven't had outside of a top 5 class since 2019. So, I mean, it's natural to be upset in terms of where we're at right now, but it's not over. We still have a big month coming up, August. There's going to be Deuce Gerald's commitment, Darius Gray, and Brilan Wac. So you can easily go from 7 to the top 3 right there. So let's see what happens. Let it play out. Let's see what they're going to do about NIL in the future and how they're going to proceed. Because if they're in the ballpark with all 3 of these guys, they'll win. It's really that simple.
Yeah. Yep. I started the show with Brilan Wac. I went through the whole spiel there. Told him that we're trying to get him on, man, before he commits. Really trying to get him on the show so we can have a conversation with him. But we think he's going to be a Buckeye. But Melo, let me ask you this, man. Out of all the positions on the field, which one's the easiest to replace? Which one's the easiest to go in the portal and snag a player? And our friend Intrinsic, who will be joining us Wednesday, by the way, and going to be talking about some pretty good stuff. I'm excited for that one. He cheated and he said kickers. I literally almost said you can't say kicker. You can't say punter.
I was going to say kicker too. But I say for us, I'd probably go running back.
Yeah, that's what I picked.
Because we have a history of getting elite running backs. We also have a history of getting elite offensive linemen too. So I could go either or.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. But all right, man. actually, one more recruiting thing. I got to say this. So the Buckeyes were circling back around on defensive end prospects, right? One of them they were going to circle back around is Wydeek Collier. He's committed to Rutgers, right? You know what he did today? You know what Rutgers did? Rutgers did an OG move, bro. I can't even be mad at him, dude. They had Wydeek reclass, and he's enrolling into Rutgers this summer. So he will be on the team this year, man. That's how you make sure somebody can't come in with a bag and steal your recruits, even though I would never want the Buckeyes to do that ever. Do not have recruits reclass just to get them in your class, please.
Right. I mean, it worked out for Sonny, but that's not why he reclassed. But
yeah, for sure.
I agree 100%. And in terms of Rutgers, man, if Rutgers figures out their NIL, they're going to be a problem. They got that whole New York City market.
Yeah, for sure.
The problem is people there don't care about football. It's basketball and soccer in Jersey. That's king.
Yeah. All right, Melo. I'm going to pull a picture up of a recruit, the most recent picture that we have, not of a recruit, of a Buckeye. And I want you to kind of just any updates you have, give it to us and tell us the season you think he's going to have. Actually, let me do this one first, man. That is Mr. Bo Atkinson, number 14 defensive end.
I think Bo's going to be a beast. I think he's going to have a solid season. I expect him to split snaps with Caden Curry and KJ, Kenyatta Jackson. So let's see how that goes. I think our defensive end room is going to be elite. I absolutely do. I think it's they're not being talked about enough, but I think come August 30th, people are going to realize this D line is the real deal. And there's a reason we didn't go get defensive tackles out of the portal.
Yep. I agree with you wholeheartedly. We got number 5, Aaron Scott, man. Look at him, by the way.
Yeah, he's gotten diesel just like everybody else. I think Aaron Scott's going to be a great two-deep depth piece. I don't think he'll start. He might start some games depending on injuries or people getting some rest and getting ready for bigger games. But I think he's going to have a really productive season and getting ready to take a starting role on next year.
Yep. Like it. I agree. I think he's going to he'll be in the rotation as an impact player this year. Maybe not as much as Jermaine Matthews was last year, but he's going to be in the rotation. You can't keep him off the field, man. Here we go. That is our new first-round tight end, Max Clare.
Oh, he's going to be All-American first team. Best tight end in the country. So I expect big numbers from him. I expect around 5 to 7 touchdowns from him because JJ is going to get so much attention. It's going to be ridiculous, even though they're going to move him around. But Max Clare is going to have a lot of mismatches down the seams with linebackers and smaller safeties.
Yep, no doubt. I think watch his numbers for the Texas game. I bet you this dude shows up and shows out during the Texas game because what did Texas do in the playoffs? I mean, they bracketed Jeremiah Smith. What does that do? Somebody's going one-on-one with that monster right there, a linebacker, and they're not covering him. His routes are, for a tight end, they're elite. He looks like a wide receiver running routes. So
that's Melo, a very great point you just made. I think that's an undervalued statement that you just made. He's going to have a massive game in Texas. He's going to be a key contributor to why we're going to beat them.
Yep, I agree. You're going to like this, man. I'm going to see if you know who these players are, but you like these players. They're both freshmen, last year's class. And they're pretty friendly with each other. Who are they?
I can't even see their numbers. I'm on my cell phone, by the way.
Oh, so okay.
It's really small.
Well, just think of last year's class. They were on the same team last year.
It must be Arvell Reese.
No. They're freshmen. They're freshmen.
They're freshmen next year. So Deshaun
they're from your state. They're from. Yeah, bro. That's who it is. Yeah, Deshaun Stewart. Desi Jones.
Desi Jones is the best route runner in that class. Period. Deshaun Stewart is a ball hawk. He's a hard-hitting safety. I think they're going to get limited playing time. They'll probably get in during the Grambling game, games like that, but they're not going to be major factors this year. Watch out for them next season, though.
Yeah.
Those are my guys. That right there is the more award-winning O-line that's about to be playing with you, -2.
Look at Luke Montgomery compared to last year. Let me tell you something. When I saw Luke last year physically, I saw him in person. I thought in my mind, how was he going out there competing with these big bodies? Because I thought he looked small. I really did. Like, I'm just telling you the truth. He did it. He handled his own. But now look. Let me tell you, bro, his arms look twice the size as they were last year. They really do.
He said they're on 19 and a halves on the Bobby Carpenter show. So he's almost pushing the 20s on those arms, baby. And you're right. He was a little bit smaller, but his technique is excellent. His hand placement was pretty excellent. I was watching the Rose Bowl again, and what's the name of it? Derek got him a couple of times. But, I mean, Derek is a beast. He plays for the Steelers, first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Can't get mad at that. And then you see 67, super underrated. I'm telling you right now, probably the most underrated offensive lineman in the entire country. Point blank, period.
Melo, what did we get told about him? What round's he going to get drafted in?
Oh, everybody saw Nolan from Zone 6 member on the Buckeye Boyz. He was here with us last week, and he flat out said he's going in the first round, whether it's next year or the year after. First round talent. He said he is absolutely eating at practice.
Yep. Yeah, it's absolutely wild, man. Here we go. Our boy
QB1, baby. QB1. Let me tell you something. People are over here glazing Cade, Klubnik, and old boy from LSU, who's irrelevant, and then Gunnar Stockton and Arch Manning. But right now, you're looking at the kid that's going to have the best numbers out of all of them. He's going to be throwing for about 80% what Will Howard did last year. He has more arm talent than Will Howard did, and he has better weapons this season, regardless of what you may or may not think he does. So I'm expecting a huge season for him. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my bold prediction again. I said he's going to have 50 touchdowns and 9 INTs for the season.
Yeah.
And over 4,500 yards.
Now, I think we're looking at the face of QB1 for the Buckeyes this year. Talking to a source today, I heard something pretty interesting. I heard that for Texas, at least, we will see 2 quarterbacks on the field. So that surprised me. I didn't expect that. But that came from Melo. You know who it came from. That came from a very reliable source that we'll be seeing both the quarterbacks in the Texas game. So kind of a little bit of breaking information there. I kind of forgot to mention, but that's big time, man. Grandpa, how the Armstrong twins doing? I'm becoming a big fan. I think they're developing beyond their ranking, if that helps you at all. I do. I think they're above where they came in being ranked. Who's this dude? Melo, did you freeze? Yeah, Melo froze. That's Jeremiah Smith. That's the 200. Oh, sorry. You froze, Melo. I couldn't hear anything you just said.
I had to back out because V. Centinelli sent us an email. I'm going to address it before we get off the show.
Yeah, actually, talk about him. I'll be right back.
Yep. JJ, Optimus Prime. That's what we call him over here. To me, he's a cross between Megatron and Julio Jones. I think he has different aspects that are better than both, but obviously Megatron was 6'5", so that's the only difference between Megatron, but I think he's more fluid than Megatron. And he is a beast. He's easily the best college football player out there right now. He's definitely the #1 wide receiver, without a doubt. And if you play him man-to-man, he's going to destroy you. I expect him in New York City, actually, for the Heisman Award ceremony.
Yeah.
I think they're going to move him around a lot, play him in the slot, and play him out the backfield so that way he could get more touches, so that way it makes it harder to double and triple team him. And then with Max Clare there, with Jelani coming on, with Bri and Carnell Tate and Milan Graham and Quincy Porter, it's going to be really hard, especially with CJ out the backfield and James People. They both can catch out the backfield. So it's going to be hard to try to double and triple team him. And if you want to play zone, I think they're going to have a lot of zone beaters drawn up this season.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. what we'll do, Melo, because he texted me too that same email. So
Okay.
we'll do one more player, and we're going to save the rest. We have several updates for you guys before fall camp, updates, new weights. We'll dive into it. Edric Houston got some cool stuff to talk about there. So we got some updates on these players. We're not going to get to all of them today. And bring this last picture up, man. That's Isaiah West, running back from last year's class, dude.
Man, he looked like he leaned out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Bro, he looked college ready coming in. The most college ready, you know, he looked bigger than Bo Jackson coming in. So it does. It looks like that, man. But
he had those Saquon quads, man. Saquon Barkley quads, man.
Oh,
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he did, man. It's wild. But keep an eye on him, man. Keep an eye on this prospect here because physically he's been ready to get in the game. So, all right, let's go to this, man. First off, let me tell you guys this, man. You guys mean a lot to us here in the Buckeye Boys. You really, really do. I consider some of you guys family that I see in here all the time. I think this YouTube world is just so cool, man. I think it's underrated, and it's very cool to be able to come on here every night at 7:10. Well, not every night, but most nights at 7:10 and get to chat with you guys, talk to you guys. We appreciate you guys for watching the show, man. Appreciate you hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys commenting, all that stuff, man. We wouldn't be here without you. There's been a couple of you guys, man, that sent us some stuff, and we appreciate that. We got another present from someone very special to us, a big-time friend with the Buckeye Boys, man, Mr. Citinelli. Epi's dad, told you pretty close with him. He knows somebody. This guy goes by Drip King. I love the name, by the way. And if you know what I'm talking about, not that kind of drip. But this is the Drip King, man. You see what he does with cups and stuff. Melo, you got yours? Here we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about sick, guys? Check this out. I mean, this doesn't get any cooler. It really, really doesn't. Like, look at this.
That's a blessing, man. I appreciate it. Seriously.
Custom.
Anything you guys ever sent us, like, we appreciate it from the heart because you guys don't have to do that.
Yo, check it out, man. I don't know if you guys can screenshot that or something, but here's his Instagram. Hit him up, bro. Tell him to make you an Ohio State cup, whatever you wanted. These things are sick and might have a bigger surprise come to you. I think he can do coolers.
Yeah.
I think he can do coolers like this. So we're about to find out if he can or not. But, I mean, that's –
Can you hold that up one more time? The Instagram card?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you guys go support, go follow, go like. It helps. It really does. Even if you're not buying stuff, it helps so his product can get in front of other people in a bigger audience where people who might want that stuff or might need it and don't know where to go and source it at. They could go directly to him.
Yeah, this thing's sick for real. So,
yeah, this cup is crazy.
Yeah.
I already told my kids, if I see you touch my cup, I'm breaking your hands.
Yeah. Hey, listen, chat. We need you for all the shows, but we need you tomorrow. And I know you're going to show up because tomorrow we're having the enemy on from the team up north. We are going to have Maze Madman on. Always been respectful of us. He's a friend of the channel. Got into it with him a couple times. That's what it is, man. We root for our rivals, so it's going to happen. But he's going to be coming on, updating us on his team, his thoughts. And towards the end of the show, man, we're getting into it. We're going to find out from a team up north YouTuber. You guys aren't going to like me, but I'm not going to call him scum when he's on the show. I'm not going to call him. I just respect him too much for that. So I'm going to call him the team up north tomorrow when we're talking to him. Melo might not. Melo can do what he wants, grown man. But I'm going to call him team up north. He's going to tell us what he thinks is going to happen, man. His thoughts on this, what he thinks the punishment's going to be, what should the punishment be. So, yeah, he's a good dude, man. 99% of them aren't, but there's that 1%, and he's that 1%, man. He really is.
He's really a good man in real life. Like that's one of my good friends, to be honest with you. I talk to him probably just as much as I talk to Devin. So he's a good dude. He just he's from Dayton and he roots for the wrong team. But let's pull up this super chat. I think we missed it.
Yeah, I haven't done any super chats yet.
Oh, okay. My fault.
Yeah. I haven't done. Oh, you're good, dude. Zach, we did talk about the 5-star, and we are getting Brilan Wac, 5-star safety out of Mississippi. So you just missed it. Might go back a little bit. But yeah, let's do this, Melo. Chris, my dude, the $2. He said I can super chat. Mike Green said he can't super chat for some reason. So DW, thank you so much for the $2. What's the latest with King Joseph Edwards? Not that I have super good info, but what I've heard is, he's going around looking for that paycheck, man. So Buckeyes out.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. I don't know if you heard anything else but
I heard something similar.
Chris Lane, thanks for the $2. I'm family. I'm Dev's uncle. Okay, that's fine. Just put me in your will, and we're cool. You know what I'm saying? No, but appreciate you guys. So again, need you guys here tomorrow, man. Be here tomorrow. Show that support. As far as the wrenches go for tomorrow, same rules, but there's going to be other people in the chat from the other team. So just try to keep it respectful. Let them stay in the chat unless they start with the personal attack stuff. And we don't even let an Ohio State fan do that. So let's try to keep it the best we can. 7:10 tomorrow. Jay Stu, so appreciate you guys, man. Paul, $5. Thank you so much, man. Your thoughts, Bryson Rogers. I feel a lot of Buckeye Nation is sleeping on him.
They are.
Your feeling is correct. Yeah, dude,
they absolutely are. Bryson Rogers is going to have a good season. And for everybody that thinks he's not going to get playing time, you're out of your mind. He's playing this year. He's going to be in the rotation.
He played a lot last year.
That he's not going to play, bro. I'm like, are you crazy? He's definitely playing.
Bro. He played a lot last year. He's going to play more this year, dude. He went in the transfer portal, and the Buckeyes wanted him back so bad, he came back to the Buckeyes. So, man, if Brian Hartline wants a receiver that bad to talk him out of going to the transfer portal like that, that should tell you something.
Because Noah Rogers didn't come back. Noah Rogers went to NC State. And at the end of the day, we have the two best route runners in the country, both in the slot position, Bryson Rogers and Brandon Ennis. Period. Yeah. It's really that simple.
Steely, no, that wasn't directed at you, man.
What? Oh.
he said it wasn't. All right. Well, we got 7 minutes before B. Moses in Nevada go on. So tune over there. But reminder, join us tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Intrinsic's coming on. We got some information to share with you guys on the Team Up North scandal. Could the punishment be dropping here very soon? Like this week soon? Next week soon? Could it be? Tune in tomorrow. We might have that answer for you. Then Thursday, Caden Dixon Wyatt's mom's coming on, man.
Gonna be a blast.
Miss it. Hey, Buckeye Nation. I've hung out with her a couple different times, talked to her on the phone, hung out with her at the OT7 event. She is awesome. You guys will like her. She brings the energy. I'm telling you.
We might have to hook her up with D1 Moms, man.
Brings the energy. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. But
man, we got a banging lineup this week. That's all I hear. I hear is nothing but bangers.
Yep. So next week, a lot of 2027 recruits on, man. The #1 tackle in the state of Ohio, probably about to commit to the Buckeyes. He's coming on the show next week. Got some other 2027 recruits lined up. So we're going to start our first interviews with 2027 recruits as fall camp is going on, just to get that relationship built here at the Buckeye Boyz with those recruits and with you guys. So please subscribe, man. Go over to the Buckeye Boyz channel with the Z. Hit subscribe for us, please, man. We're over 5,000. That's big time for us. We love it. Hit that like button as well. Do the same for Scoop. Go to the Scoop message board if you're not on there. And stay tuned for Nevada and B. Moses. Melo, any final words?
Man, get ready. Back to back. It's on and popping come Thursday.
Yep. Pinky, yes. The Khalil is coming on. That's who it is. So, yep. Appreciate you guys. Show up tomorrow, man. We need that gang, man. We need that backup tomorrow, man, in the chat. So you guys show up, man.
And I saw that funny comment. Somebody said, Grandpa Buck said, Maze's and Dad, I blame his parents. The funny thing is, Maze's entire family are Buckeye fans. He's the only one. He's literally the only one.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff, man. All
Yep.
right, y'all. We appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.
Ayo.